It is very intriguing a story that we learn about how nowadays fraudulent is happening or people are super high tech. They are trying to intrigue people. Yeah, you heard it right. So one of the story today I got to know a guy he received a call from some unknown guy and he told him that Mr. ABC a 2 crore of amount is transferred in your account and that amount is from fraud account. So yeah, what he said that 2 crore of rupees had been transferred, that is fraud account, that is fraud money, or that is transferred in your account, and now we are going to freeze your account. So we are calling from CBI intelligence. If you want to save your account, whatever money you have in your account, you have only a few options, and the options are either you need to transfer that money to other account, otherwise what will happen, your account will be frozen, or you will not be able to withdraw whatever money you have now. So you have two options. One, you need to transfer that money to another account, but if you transfer that money to another account, so that account will also come under a scrutiny, or that will be also frozen. So another options you have, you may transfer the amount in our account. We are just going to give you that account number, and if you want to check my authenticity, my integrity, I'm going to giving you the badge or everything. You can google, you will get to know that we are from an authentic source. So the guy got panicked because the way they narrated, he thought it's real, it's genuine. So immediately he took an action, and he said, okay, I'm gonna transfer it. And then they said that, okay, so what I'll do, once you transfer the amount that you have in your bank, we are going to open an virtual court. Yeah, immediately virtual court means everything would be online. Otherwise, if you want to go to the physical court, it will take a lot of time, or it may consequences of few months of jail or imprisonment. So he thought, if this happens, if this is true, it means it will jeopardize our reputation. What will happen to our family, parent? What people will think if I'll go to jail? That what happened? Even if you haven't done anything illegal, but people will not believe if you are in jail. It means you have done something, some illegal things. You are involved, or you are not a genuine guy. So these all thought started lingering in his mind, and he was not able to think, consider that the way they are asking, or the people they are, whoever was they on that side of call, is saying is wrong or right. So they brainwashed him, and this call freaked him out. He froze in panic. So he was not able to think, to take an action. It means completely he was out of order. He was blank, unable to think. Okay, then what happened? After 2 minutes, the guy disconnected the call, and then after 2 minutes, they called that we are going to open the virtual code. What you need to do that to attending this call, you should leave your house or come somewhere, some place where you remain online, but nobody can disturb you, because this is gonna some debate or some procedure that we will take in support of you, so that you're not gonna get some illegal consequences. So the guy immediately took some, opened his suitcase or bag, or took all the checkbook and left the home. But the way he did on the fly, his face was full with fear, frightened. So his family member asked him, "Hey, what happened? What are you doing? These all things in hurry." He didn't say anything to anybody. He immediately rushed, took all the checkbook, went outside. All member of family they kept asking, but he couldn't say anything. Okay, now he left the home, and the family member were worried. What happened? And they noticed that he is online, but they made a call again and again, but he was not replying. he couldn't respond any of call, but he was still online. He went somewhere, he stood over there all night. And what happened, they said that you need to transfer money now. So the guy said that I cannot transfer this money, whatever money I have in my bank, because my bank has a limit to transfer at once. So I need to go to bank, do RTGS, or it will take time. I cannot do it at once. Even they agreed that okay, not an issue, do that, whatever you can do until we are processing your case. And they just kept him engaged so that he should not get time, or he shouldn't think anything that may reveal or that may expose the reality. Okay, so they were treating in the way, and the guy was in panic all night. He was sitting and whatever they were asking doing, or next day he did RTGS. He went to the bank, he did RTGS, or what happened then thereafter when he came back, then he narrated these all things to his father, his family. And then his father also got in panic and he said, okay, it's okay. And later on, what happened? They transferred around 14 lakh rupees, 1 4 lakh. Or then thereafter, they shared this story with their relative and somebody, and they were wise, and they advised them to talk immediately to somebody, or to talk to the police, to go to the bank, because these kinds of fraudulent is happening. It's frequent nowadays. So the person who talked with somebody who knows, who knew some of his friend, who knew about some of the person who was in CBI, and he narrated all the story. Then his friend helped him out. He said, no, 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 these all things are only fraudulent. Immediately you need to go to bank, stop, because RTGS takes time to transfer. So stop this check so that you may save whatever money you have. They rushed to the bank, but until what happened, time passed by, and around 80% of money was withdrawn. The guy whom they have transferred, they withdrew that money from bank. A few lakh rupees they could have saved, or they could. So later on, people were laughing at him, or they said that you should have asked, you should have confirmed, or you should have or narrated it to somebody, so that we would have helped you out. But he didn't share, he didn't came to anybody. Why? Because the way they narrated, the way they brainwashed his mind was decent. They deluded him that if you don't do that, what will happen to your reputation, because those people only shared the negative part. And he assumed, he started imagining that what will happen, it will jeopardize our family reputation. So better to go give the money, because they shared the idea, they shared everything, that you can check my authenticity, you can go to Google, you can, I'm gonna give some ID or something that will show that we are the authentic person. The way they narrated the story was really authentic. The integrity of this matter was genuine, it seemed genuine, and he did the all thing, but later on his money was gone. Right? He couldn't save it, or he somebody advised him. The guy who approached, he's already somewhere in CBI, and they registered the case via bank. But let's see what happens later. But the meanwhile, he lost his money. So these kinds of fraudulent or cheating or tricking, trapping is going on online nowadays. So we must be aware about this, or we must think before going in such kinds of event or incident. Nowadays, call comes, email comes, message comes. They are super sophisticated person. They are calling you to cheat. They know how to trap you. They know how to play with your emotion. They know how what will cause you shock, so that you are not getting time to think about this. So don't get trapped. Instead, you need to think, it is true or false. Thanks.